Hey guys, it's Jenny with Empowerment Through Trials. Guys, I am really sorry that I have been MIA the last couple weeks. I have really just been trying to build my real estate business and just trying to see everything, all the pieces that need to be put together. I've had a lot of changes in my real estate, and so I really just needed to put my attention on that. So I'm so sorry. I haven't forgot about these videos, but I'm excited to finally finish the topic of how not to manipulate other people in communication. Now, to be honest with you guys, I already filmed these videos, and then my camera just got full of memory, and I didn't realize it, and it just cut me off. And so hopefully we can not have to worry about that today. So I'm going to be talking about how not to find manipulation in through conversations. So on the last video, it's really talking about having that self-love and that self-empowerment to make sure you're at that stage of not wanting to manipulate people in relationships. It's very interesting to see, and this is where I understand the turn the other cheek concept in the Christian world and the way that Christ taught it. And I know that when we are wanting to manipulate somebody, it's because we're feeling a lack of something from the other person, whether it's lack of appreciation, a lack of understanding, feeling hurt, doubt, and whatever is going on, of feeling like someone's not understanding us or seeing us or hearing us. Then manipulation wants to come in because of that. Now, we also want to practice justice in a sense of a way. We want to be like, how dare you make me feel that way? Or why would you think to say that? And who are you to say that and think that about me? Right? And we begin to have toxic relationships, and we begin to manipulate them to trying to see why our side is always going to be better than their side. But I want to show you a way of how to do it without manipulating somebody in a conversation. So I want you to go back to turn the other cheek and trying to understand that better. Turn the other cheek was taught during the days of the Pharisees and Sadducees, where the judicial system was very harsh. That if you stole a loaf of bread, your ear was cut off. There was no mercy or grace at all. No trial, nothing, done, over with, right? The person was just completely unjustified in doing what they were doing, and the payment had to be made. So when Christ came in, he said, I want you to try to turn the other cheek and give some grace and mercy here for a minute. Give them a chance to understand why they did what they did. So I want you to come back to that conversation with that person. You're feeling unappreciated, you're feeling lack of being heard or understood or loved or respected or whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish. And instead of crucifying them or cutting their ear off and condemning them and saying, how dare you, turn that cheek and give them the chance to explain and gather more information of why they reacted that way or why they did that, and explain how it made you feel. But also remember, in past videos that I've said, you are responsible for how you feel. Therefore, obtaining more understanding and information from that person that caused that hurt and that fear or that sorrow or sadness inside of you could help you change how you feel. You're practicing that turn the other cheek. I'm going to give you mercy and grace by saying, why did you steal that loaf of bread? Oh, it's because you're starving. Well, where's the mercy with the justice? And trying to understand that how to happen in your relationships. People aren't always out to try to disrespect you, to be unkind, to not appreciate you, not trying to understand you. They're not intentionally trying to do these things. But if they are, the turn the other cheek says, if you realize that they still did what they did in a wrongful way and harmful way to be rude, then you have power to crush their heel. Really enlightened my ability to understand what turn the other cheek meant, because I've realized that when I wanted to be appreciated and respected and understood and listened to, I was fighting all the wrong battles, because that appreciation, respect, understanding, and loving myself, all of that needed to come from me. And then you begin to see the expectations in your relationship become lesser. You don't expect so much someone to give that to you because you have it for yourself. You don't need everybody to tell you that you're appreciated. You don't need everybody to tell you and show you that they respect you. Now, you need people to respect you because you have your boundaries, right? But if you're communicating within the boundaries of, I love myself, I care for myself, I respect myself, that conversation is going to become a lot easier. I love this concept. It was really hard for me to accomplish this. It still is really hard for me to accomplish it in relationships, but I've really understood that if I take time to understand where their person's coming from and see their paradigm of what's going on, then maybe I can have that turn their cheek or walk in their shoes or whatever it may be, to have the relationship not find manipulation tactics, to not try to force somebody to respect me, not try to pull it from them to find appreciation, because I love myself. And if someone's not going to respect me or appreciate me or be kind, then I have the ability to just move away. So make sure you try to apply that in your relationships. I know it's going to make the world of a difference, because it has made a world of a difference in my relationships, especially with myself. Because sometimes I know that people aren't meaning to try to hurt you, and you need to give them the turn the other cheek, give them that mercy and grace to try to figure that out. Thanks for listening, guys. We'll see you next week.